Hi guys, it's Chloe Duvall and I'm back with another video for you guys. This one's a little bit different. You guys know I usually do music type content, but today I'm venturing out of the music realm and into more of the photography realm with this video. This is how I take and edit all of my Instagram photos. A lot of the photos in my Instagram feed are taken by me and all of them are edited by me. You guys know I love photography. I'm not a photographer by any means, but I love aesthetic things. And I find one of my passions is taking photos, specifically of me because I'm egotistical. So today I'm gonna be going through my entire process of how I take my photos, what equipment I use, what my editing apps are, and even some of the behind the scenes of like how I figure out what's gonna look good on my feed. So stay tuned for that. I need tea. Okay, I'm back. So I have an entire list on my phone of what I'm going to be talking about today, so my phone case is horrifying, please ignore. So first off, I like to find inspiration. Weirdly enough, my biggest inspiration does not come from Pinterest. It used to. My biggest fashion inspiration comes from Pinterest. I love Pinterest, but for some reason, when I'm looking for Instagram photo ideas, I don't go to Pinterest first. I actually go to Instagram. I made this folder on Instagram. It's called Photos to Recreate. I'll put it up on the screen. Basically, every time I see a really aesthetic photo on Instagram that I'm thinking, oh, I want to do something similar to that, I'll save it to my Photos to Recreate folder. And it really helps keep me inspired when I'm actually seeing what other content creators are posting on Instagram. Obviously, I don't recreate people's photos exactly because that's copying, but I love to take inspiration from photos. I really like really unique portrait style photos, and I also really like negative space. I don't have a ton of negative space on my feed today, so today when I go out and actually take these photos, I'm gonna try and recreate some of the styles that I'm drawn to on my Photos to Recreate board. My second tip is to take photos at a certain time of day, which is, you've probably heard of it, golden hour. You can also do this really early in the morning when the sun is just rising and the light is so beautiful. I'm not following that rule today because I'm gonna be gone tonight, so I don't have time to take photos tonight. For some reason, there's just something about golden hour where if you're bad at taking photos, for some reason all your photos look good if you take it at that time of the day. So honestly, just wait until golden hour or get up early to take your photos and they'll instantly look way better. My third tip is to turn your camera vertical. I forget where I heard this, but basically vertical photos do better in the Instagram algorithm, as if I would know, I'm not Instagram famous. But apparently vertical photos, people like vertical photos better on Instagram because it fills up more of the phone screen, so people are more likely to like it. Also, I just think they look better. I'm not really a horizontal photo person. Some people are, but I prefer to take my photos vertical because I feel like they turn out better every single time. Obviously, the first thing that you're gonna need is a tripod. I'm recording on my tripod right now. A tripod and a self-timer are literally my best friends when it comes to taking photos. I know some people have those little buttons that they click that they can take photos with so they don't have to do self-timer. I don't have one of those personally, but honestly, self-timer right now works for me. I just do the self-timer mode where it's 10 seconds and it takes 3 photos. Also, you're gonna wanna need the correct lens if you're taking photos on your camera. I know a lot of people do it on their phone and that's fine too. Personally, I like to take photos on my camera because I'm kind of a camera geek and I like the way it turns out. And I already have one, so why not use it? But also taking photos on your phone is fine too. I have 2 different lenses. So I have one that's meant specifically for portraits and it has a really nice blur to the background, which I love for photos, but it's a really close-up lens. So it's really hard for me to take full body shots with that lens. I believe my lens is a 24mm lens, maybe it's 25, I'll have to check. But that's my portrait lens that I use. The one I'm recording on right now is actually a zoom lens, but you can zoom it further out, so I like to use it for videos like I am now. I also like to use this lens for full body shots because I'm not gonna be out of focus the entire time. You really just gotta work with what equipment you have. I love having 2 different lenses, but I've slowly upgraded my equipment throughout the years. Now that we've talked about lenses, let's get on to actually taking the photos. Okay, so I'm in my location inspiration for my Instagram photos. Please pray I'm not stung by a bee because they're everywhere. But hopefully I get some good photos out of it because that's all that matters because I'm a Gen Z. Anyway, let's get into actually taking the photos. So first off, you're gonna wanna find the backdrops that work for you. Today I chose this yellow flower field by my house because I feel like the photos will look so good in this field. It's also really good when you're starting out to experiment with different angles. Because I've been taking photos of myself for so long, I kind of know which angles look the best on me and which angles I tend to like the most. I know which sides of my face look the best. I know what kind of lighting I like best. I even know like how I want to do my makeup in photos, what kind of outfits I want to wear. I think experimentation is so important when it comes to taking your own photos. If you took a really close-up photo one week, take something that's more like a full body shot, maybe an outfit shot for the next week. I'm gonna go inside now and airdrop these photos to myself. There's literally a bee on my camera. I'm gonna airdrop these photos to myself and edit them, and we'll see how the finished product turns out. So after I take my photos, I'm gonna look through my camera roll and see if everything looks good, if I got all the shots I want. I take my SD card out of my camera, I put it in my laptop, and I airdrop all of the photos to myself because I actually edit all of my photos on my phone. It's just easiest, honestly. I use two apps. So I use VSCO and I use Snapseed. I'm sure we've all heard of VSCO. Basically everyone knows what it is. I hate the new update where your photos like aren't square anymore. I literally hate it. But before I go into VSCO, I like to go into Snapseed first. Snapseed is best for slight edits and making a photo look really good yet really natural. It also has a healing tool, so if you have like mascara under your eyes or you have a pimple that day or something that you want to edit out, Snapseed's best at that. So that's what I use Snapseed for, and then I go into VSCO. So I love VSCO specifically for filters. I usually use the same filter on all of my photos. A6 is my favorite VSCO filter. I find that it looks the best with my skin tone, my overall vibe. Sometimes I turn the highlights down a little bit, and I usually put a little bit of grain on my photos, just enough to make it look kind of vintage. If you guys want a full video on how I edit my Instagram photos, just let me know. After I take my photos, I like to put them in this app called Preview. I love Preview because I hate VSCO's new update and you can't see your photos in a square anymore like it's gonna be on the Instagram feed. So I use Preview for that. Basically, you just put in your edited photos and you can move them around if you want, you can adjust them. It helps you see how your photos are going to turn out on your feed before you post them. And so Preview really helps me out with that, and I recommend you get it. It's literally free. I don't buy any editing apps because I think that's ridiculous. I definitely recommend Preview because it's free, it's super easy to use, and it will seriously update your Instagram game. But anyways, that concludes my first talking video. I'm so glad I finally got around to doing this. I've been telling myself I would make more than just music content for literal years, and I never have, but I think this is like really refreshing. So let me know some more video ideas that you want me to do down below, because right now I'm kind of putting together a document of all of the videos that I want to create, and that does include cover videos. So if there's a song you want me to cover, then please let me know. Or if there's any lifestyle videos you want me to do like this one, also please let me know, because I'm doing a lot of videos from now on and I'm super excited for what's to come. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. My poor throat. There's bees everywhere! My best friend is calling me. Sorry, I'm making a video. Guys, a bee just like yeeted into my face while I was taking photos. I'm literally afraid. It's following